for those who don't know what equity stripping is, we have the ultimate asset protection program. I developed it about a decade ago, and it talks about this. Instead of having a bunch of properties, in each property you put in a separate LLC, which is very costly and it's just a hassle for taxes and maintaining all this, you just set up just one LLC for the assets you have. And what you do is we set up for you a Wyoming LLC. Why Wyoming? Because that's where limited liability companies started in the early 70s in the United States. So it has all the regulations that protect us. So we set up a Wyoming LLC. And instead of capitalizing it or financing it by putting money in it to make it a legitimate entity, we just say, I'll put an IOU. That means I'll put money later. I promise, put a promissory note, I'll put, let's say, $1 million later. And now this entity is capitalized for $1 million. But what's the backup for that million? Is now we record that for the properties you have, your home, investment property, your business, etc. So it strips the equity. That means if you have a home with $250,000 loan from the bank and $300,000 in equity, we record a $300,000 promissory note to finance, to capitalize the Wyoming entity. So that strips the equity. So there's no equity. If God forbid you hit somebody on a bicycle and they hire an attorney to go after you and force you to sell your home, pay off the bank $250,000, and they go after your $300,000 equity, they're gonna find out that your $300,000 is also a lien recorded to a Wyoming LLC. The Wyoming entity is yours, and usually we help you set it up with a trust, and it's very simple. It's one email you will get with the Wyoming LLC certificate of ownership, the operating agreement, and the trust. And you have that in your email. God forbid something happens to you, the trust is written, it says you're the beneficiary. God forbid something happens to you, the money, the equity, and all what you built and all this will go to your loved ones. It's just an incredible way to be set up. You can go to kmagb.com, kissmyassetsgoodbye.com, and you will see a little animation video that explains it in 2 minutes. Watch it twice, look at the frequently asked questions, you will understand it.